Welcome to Tokyo, Japan. Right behind me is Shibuya, where 3,000 people cross this crosswalk a minute, 2.4 million a day. And last night I was in Shinjuku and almost got robbed by an African guy. Yeah, in Japan, out of all countries. You know, I would have thought that would happen when I went to 7 countries in Europe in 5 weeks. We need to keep Japan Japanese, okay? The immigration has got to stop. But yeah, man, I love this country. Second time here. Came back in May and I had to come back. I loved it so much. As soon as I got home from Japan, man, all I could think about was just wanting to be back in Japan. And finally, bro, here I am, back, and I'm loving it. Absolutely packed, bro. And coming from the suburbs in Maryland, the USA, this is just so otherworldly to me. I mean, look at this, bro. If you've never come to Japan, it's such a culture shock. It's the biggest culture shock I've ever experienced and probably ever will experience, because it was the second country I came to, and I'm from a small town. I'm from the suburbs. This is literally like another planet. It's just so much anime and ramen and I don't know, bro. It's crazy. There's no city like Tokyo. This is the best city in the world, in my opinion. I've been to Seoul. I've been to a bunch of cities in Europe. Haven't been to South America. Haven't been to the Middle East. But to me, Tokyo is not really broke, so why fix it? And I will be going back to Shinjuku tonight to show you guys the women on the sidewalk and the lady boys on the sidewalk and the maids all lined up on the sidewalk. There's like 100 women on each side with these signs out, and they just stand there, and they all look the same. It's a sight to see, really. It's just so different, so funny. I kind of like it. I kind of don't like it because it's a little weird, but I'm here for the ride, and I'm here to enjoy it. But no, I will not be paying a woman to go to a love hotel. Let's just say that. Absolutely not. So Family Mart right there. And I'm more of a 7-Eleven guy. Not Lawson, not Family Mart. 7-Eleven in Japan, absolute best. I walk in, buy a big meal for like $7. And it's funny because I get my hands full of food. But the locals, man, they get like 2 things, and here I am like 8 things. And I'm holding up the line. So it feels kind of bad. But Shibuya, man, pretty cool. It's raining a bit now. Actually, on my walk to the subway to get here, because I'm on the outskirts of Tokyo in the suburbs. I can't get away from the suburbs. I don't know. So it takes about an hour to get here, but I had to walk to the metro station, which was a 15-minute walk. And it was drizzling at the time, so I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna get that wet. But the rain picked up and I was soaked. But now I'm not wet anymore and I'm feeling all right. Yesterday I walked 11 miles. It was my first full day in Japan. I got about 6 hours of sleep the first night, which isn't bad. I did take a melatonin, and that helped a little bit. But I was still pretty jet lagged, so I decided not to come to Shibuya, not to film my Shinjuku experience, because I was meeting with a YouTuber that lives in Japan, just kind of asking him some questions and picking his brain on it. But yeah, man, 11 miles, my hips are a little sore. Even though I work out, even though I play pickleball, nothing can prepare you to walk 10 plus miles a day in Japan. You know, I have a car. I drive everywhere. I walk a mile a day at the gym. You know, that's nothing. Absolutely nothing compared to here, bro. That's why everybody's in shape. They're not overweight. They're not a bunch of slobs. It's very clean. For the biggest city in the world, the air is fresh. Man, the US cities need to take notes. European cities, you used to be good, but you let too many people in, and too many people that are not from Europe, and that's why you have the current state that you are in. Oh, Japan, some trash. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Too many tourists, or did locals do that? I have no idea. Look, more trash. I don't care, bro. That's nothing compared to cities in the US, cities in Europe. there's gonna be some trash. But by and large, man, Japan's very clean, very safe, very amazing. I literally have nothing bad to say about it. The only thing I would say is I can't speak the language, so from time to time I get lonely and I wish I could socialize with people. But what are you gonna do? Oh, these heads. Oh my goodness. Just gotta walk with them, man. Gotta walk with them and blend in. Even though I don't think I blend in with how I look and how tall I am. Anyhow, this should be fun. Off to the races, baby. If I had to deal with this every day, I would probably not like my existence too much, just like dealing with all this congestion and traffic. I really don't like it. It's better than driving, but I don't like maneuvering around people. And I mean, look at this, bro. All this chaos and people rushing around, getting to their very important jobs. That's how it goes though, man. And here I am just walking through the crowd. Check this out. All these people, bro. You gotta be cutthroat, man. You gotta be cutthroat and just keep on walking. You know, if you gotta push by people, you gotta push by people. Look at all these heads. All of these heads, bro. I can't even move. Oh my goodness. All these heads. Everything in Japan is very visually stimulating. Very beautiful. A lot of color, a lot of style and fashion. In the US, everything's plain. It's very like retail and consumer based, but here it's just like, look at that, bro. Tell me that's not like very appealing and aesthetic to the eye. Finally got away from all that congestion. It's 81% humidity today. It's only 73, but it feels so hot, man. My shirt is soaking wet. This backpack's not helping. But on the way to a shrine currently, and you have to admit, man, this is a very aesthetic city. Love it. Said it once, I'll probably say it 25 more times. The city cannot be topped. It just can't. I value safety, I value cleanliness, I value like how things look. And Japan, Tokyo, checks off basically all that. Except last night when I was in Shinjuku and almost got robbed. I really wasn't expecting that. I was walking with a polo like this, some black shorts on, and my necklaces. And the African guy was like, you know, hey, where y'all from? Where y'all from? He starts following us. And I'm just like, you know, I don't want to talk to you, bro. Like, get away. Because it was very hostile. You could sense his tone, his energy. He looked like he was strung out on something as well. He had bloodshot eyes. Just didn't look like a friendly guy. And my friend I was with, the YouTuber guy, his friend has actually gotten robbed by Africans in Japan. They put a knife on him and took his wallet. So I guess that's somewhat of a common thing maybe in the shady sides of town. I don't really know. Never thought that would happen, but it almost happened to me and it happened to his friend, so it seems kind of common. And I don't understand how Japan hasn't kicked these people out yet. They're very strict on immigration. For me, a competent, law-abiding citizen that's going to add value to society has to go through all these hoops and has to have all these requirements checked off. You know, I need a bachelor's, I need to pass a Japanese language test to move here, I have to do all these things. But then you have people like that in this country that have sought asylum or something like that, and I don't understand. You know, why are they allowing these people into their country that are committing crime and not adding value, and then they won't add a guy like me? I don't know, man. Europe's doing the same thing. It's very, very frustrating, and it's even a problem in the U.S. You know, under Biden, I don't mean to get political, but he let 10 million some people in. A lot of them being criminals, a lot of them not having educations, not having skills. And how do you come to the U.S., one of the most expensive countries, and afford to live if you're an immigrant and your country's currency is not as valued as the U.S. dollar? As I'm walking to the shrine, the rain has picked up once again, and it said it was supposed to stop at 1:15. It's now 1:50, and I don't feel like getting soaking wet again. But you can't fight the weather. And check this building out. That building's pretty nice. New apartment looking building. Look at this, man. Look at the landscaping. Pavement's clean, pavement's new. Very interesting. I actually never thought I would go to another Japanese shrine because I'd probably gone to like a dozen of them in the 25 days I was in Japan back in May. But I'm killing time for this meetup event at 4 o'clock, I think, so I got 2 hours. And there's not really much I want to do, so I'm just trying to chill. It is peaceful too, man. I do like to get out of the big city and just walk in the forest and have that balance, you know. And the shrines are pretty aesthetic, and I haven't seen them in 5 or 6 months, so I'm gonna go easy with it. This is hopefully the only one I see in Tokyo, and then I won't get so burnt out. The first country I went to in Europe was Denmark on my 5-week trip, and I bought the 2-day city pass. So in 2 days, man, I jammed like 10 museums into that. And by the end of the second day, I was just like, why am I going to these museums? They're all basically the same. They got these artifacts, they got some history in them, but it's so boring to just read all that, consume all that information, and tire yourself out standing and walking all day. So hopefully in Japan I don't go to any museums unless they're like very niche, like Nintendo or the Hiroshima or Nagasaki museums, but like national museums and history museums, bro, I'll fade them any day. I do not feel like going to them at all. Everybody's got their umbrellas, but me. Oh my goodness, I made it back to the shrine. Wow. Oh my goodness. What I'll tell you is pace yourself with the shrines, because after 5 of them, they're all the same, and you get numb to them. So do it in moderation. Look at this, bro. Look at how wet this is. What a shame. What a shame. But in the fall time in Japan, it's very rainy, and that comes with the territory. It's not as hot though. 3 weeks ago it was like 95 to 99 straight in Japan, and luckily it's cooled off to high 70s, low 80s. But here you go, bro. Amazing shrine.